What's going on YouTube? Bear here. This is Bear's Mix. Welcome to my channel. Coming to you from my test server on the battlefields of Rust. I had somebody ask me about the HBHF sensor and the proper way to use it. This is the heartbeat, humidity, and footstep sensor. The player I was speaking to was under the misimpression that the sensor was a pass-through. It is not. It is a sensor and an activator switch. That is all. To set this up, there's many applications for the HBHF sensor. You can be as simple as turning lights on in a room in your base when you walk into the room, and then turn them off again automatically when you leave. You can have it set to automatically turn on lights when somebody's outside your base. You can set it to open and close doors automatically to save you time entering and exiting your base. Drawback to that, of course, is somebody can go deep on you if the doors don't close in time. And then the most common use is for trap bases. And that's what I'm going to use it for here right now, is a simple little trap base, little mini trap base. So many players like to build on the side of the road. It would be a crime not to take advantage of that. What we're going to do here is, there's a few things we're going to need. We need resources, a TC, a power supply. In my case, I'm lucky enough to be able to use a test generator. If you do not have those available on the server you're playing on, you're going to want to use a generator. Drawback to a regular generator is the need to constantly feed it with low-grade fuel. You can also use batteries and solar panels to keep your batteries charged. Drawback there is at night and on cloudy days, the solar panels do not put out enough power to take care of everything and keep your battery charged. Depending on the size of your battery, small, medium, or large. A large battery, I believe, fully charged gives you, I think it's 8 hours of rust hours. And the small battery only gives you, I believe it's an hour and a half. And the medium battery, I believe, gives you 3 hours. I could be wrong on that. I forget offhand. Or you can always use the wind turbine, which you can either buy at, I believe it's Outpost, or you can make it if you have the right materials and the blueprint for it. You're also going to need 2 door controllers, 3 garage doors, your TC, your HBHF sensor. You're going to need a switch. You're going to need 3 three-way splitters, and you're going to need a memory switch, as well as your preferred method of execution for your victims. And in this case, I'm going to be using the auto turret, so make sure you have ammunition for that. Since we're building by the edge of a road where many players run around at, it's going to be quite lucrative. First thing we want to do is find a place we can build. I think I'm too close to that bus stop. Yeah, this will work right here. So we want it to look like just a basic little 1x2 or 2x2 starter. We're going to drop a triangle and a square foundation. Now here we're going to put on walls on 3 sides. Now for the triangle, we want 3 door frames or wall frames on all 3 sides. And of course, we're going to put on our roof and upgrade it. I'm going with armor because, well, armor is the strongest one out there. Keep in mind, you will piss off some players that are heavily geared. They will come back and attack this with rockets. So don't count on it lasting too long. Some players do get really pissed off with trap bases. So have another base nearby where you can run over, collect your rewards, and get out when players get whacked. Now we have just a basic 2x1 here. From a distance it'll look like a simple starter base. We want to put our TC in here to keep it from decaying. Let's throw some resources in here, keep it fed. Now here's a little trick. If you're in a server that stacks but it only allows so much into here, you see on each time I click that it only gives me 100. Take one single item in there, move it over top of the large stack, and it should move. Oh well, it's not doing it here. Maybe it's the TC. But in boxes you can do that and it will move the whole group rather than just one or two at a time into the box. Let's see. Put a lock on it. I prefer digital locks. Now keep in mind, as you can see the code I'm using a generic code. 222 is obviously not my everyday code. Next we want to lay down our power source. In this case it is the test generator. And we want to put up our doors. I'll put one here. Put a lock on it. Set the code. See, I forgot to upgrade this. My bad. See? I'm human. I make mistakes just like everybody else. Now we need our door controllers. So watch, pay attention here. I'm going to take the single turret, move it over the 100 door controllers, and it moved them all down. Now if I would try and move it down, I'll use the splitter as an example. If I try and move the whole stack down, it'll only move down one at a time. So if you use a single item, place it over the large group, it'll transition it for you, take them all safe spots. We need to take and put our door controllers, make sure they on the door frames of the doors you want to control. In this case, it's going to be the two external garage doors. Now we will install the garage doors with the rollers to the inside, obviously. I'm going to come over to the door, connect to the door controller, to pair it to the door, and close the door, and hold the pair button down at the same time, and the light should turn green. And if it push the light inside, see light's green. That means it's paired. Ideally, you want this on the inside where it's out of sight. And then come over here, do the same thing on this side. Pair this door controller to this door. Close the door, hold down the button, hold down E, green light's on. That means it is paired. Now we are ready for the next step, which is going to be to place our execution device. As I said, in my case, it's going to be the turret. Make sure it's facing out. I'm going to come over to this side of the street. This is where I'm going to put my HBHF sensor. Ideally, you want to stick it in like a bush or next to a power box, or if those barrels right there was right here next to the road, you want to stick it next to them. There you go, that's set across the street. Now we're going to set our switch. The switch is only there to power your turret on and off, so you can shut it down and reload it when necessary without having to disconnect anything. Okay, and that's our wire tool. So I'm going to go from power in to power out on the switch. authorize myself, open it up, load it with ammo. Now it is almost ready to go. Now I need my 3 splitters. 1, 2, 3, and I need my memory cell. Put that right above. Now here's where it gets interesting. This is where you need to pay attention. You're going to take your power supply, power source. You're going to run that to the input on your first splitter. You're going to run one of your outputs to power in on your switch. Flip the switch on, give a little test, see what happens, and the torque comes to life, and it's ready to kill anybody that runs by. Let's shut it off for now. We're not ready for that yet. Now, next thing we're going to do is take the second output from splitter 1, and we are going to power splitter 2. Now, from splitter 2, we're going to take our first output. I'm going to bring this over here. Across the street to power in on our HBHF sensor. Now we are going to take our second output here, and this is going to go to power in on our memory cell. Now we're going to take reset. We're going to run this back over here to the third slot on our second power splitter. Now we're going to take set from the memory cell. I'm going to run this over to power out on our HBHF sensor. Come back over here. Now we're going to take the output from our memory cell and put it into our third splitter. Now we're going to split this off to our door controllers. First one goes to this side. Automatically closing the door, so we know it's getting power. I'm going to take the second one all the way over to our other door controller here. And that is pretty much it. So it's power supply to your first splitter. Your first splitter is going to branch out to your switch in. Switch out is going to go to your turret. Your second output on splitter 1 is going to go to splitter 2. Splitter 2 is going to branch out 3 ways. And to your memory cell, you have power in, reset, and power in, reset, then power out is going to go to your second splitter, or your third splitter. The third splitter is going to split in two to your two exterior doors. One line from your splitter 2 is going to go out to the HBHF sensor. Power in, power out on the HBHF sensor is going to come back and go in to set on your memory switch. Now let's turn the cord on. Close that door. Now let's test everything out. Doors are closed. Looks like a simple, unassuming 1x2 starter base next to the road. So Joe Blow Rusty is going to come running down the road, not thinking anything of it. As soon as he gets in range of the HBHF sensor, the doors are going to open up on both sides of the triangle, revealing the execution. Now Joe Rust, riding his horse or running down the road, oh hey look, a base, don't worry about it, oh crap, the door's opening, somebody's home, they think the door's opening, they think they're going to get a little PvP action, instead they get executed. And as soon as the area is clear, as soon as you're out of the range of the sensor, door closes again. That is pretty much the way it works. That's how you turn an unassuming starter base into a mini trap base and kill many, many rusties. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, please leave a thumbs up, like, subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos. Make sure you check out the trailer on there for the contest I'm running right now, for a chance to win some really cool prizes, including some cash. Well, I shouldn't say cash. They're going to be gift certificates for either eBay or Amazon. The choice would be yours. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about this video. Can it be improved? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Is it something you want to give a shot out there in the world of Rust? Alright guys, stay frosty out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.